I came into this not even knowing what this was, like most of us, right? And it's just, and then I came back for a second round of, I don't know what this is, but this is cool. And Charlie was with me in the first group, and it's just such a pleasure to see his face every time. And it is a family. And I was just telling the person whose house this is earlier what this was, and he's all about permaculture and gardening, and he just, the surprised look on his face when I said we're coming at it from a place of love and healing the food system and not bludgeoning people, but just being curious. And he just thought, wow, that's how refreshing is that? So I find that I'm having these conversations everywhere I go. When I go get my hair done, I have a 45-minute, conversation with that person who's, oh yeah, I mean, and it's just, you find little threads of, I used to have a garden. And then, I just kind of work in what I learned on my latest curiosity conversation, which was supposed to be about finding a local source of meat. And that's not where it went at all. Well, that's not where my most interesting conversation went. And so I was looking for chicken meat, and I ended up at this place that sells eggs in Riverside, and it ends up like she's got 70,000 birds. So it was like a major poultry production situation. And so when I first went, I just kind of go by the seat of my pants and hope for the best. And so the owner wasn't there. So I talked to the person running the farm, the roadside stand, and got some basic information. But she told me the owner was on vacation and would be back next week. And the next day I thought, oh, I forgot to even ask if the eggs are organic. And I assumed they weren't because there was no sign, and that seems like a big sale. Anyway, so I call back, and the woman who owns the place answers the phone from Hawaii. And so she just said, oh no, I mean, so she said, no, it's not organic, gives me a little background, and says, but I'll be home on Monday, so call me. And so gave me her personal cell number, and I'm like, okay, so that was cool. So she, but I made sure to put the, we're just looking, these are curiosity, we're trying to celebrate what people around us do. And so I think that's what got me her personal cell number, because she just appreciated that I was not, oh, your eggs aren't organic. Well, click, So when I connected with her, she told me her story, and it was just so, like her and her husband took this wild turn. They were building straw bale houses, a construction business, and then just decided, let's do chicken farming. They'd never done it before. And but she went into it saying, I will do this, but I refuse to, the birds, when they're done laying, usually farming practices to gas the birds, and she told her husband, I will do this with you, but I will not allow that to happen. So she has her little island of misfits who are done laying. And so she's just feeding them, and they're just draining her money wise, but she just wants these birds to be okay. And she just really loves what she's doing. And she loves these animals. And her eggs are always fresh because she can't get enough of them, because she's got a new batch of layers. And so, I mean, I know those eggs are fresh. I know what she feeds them, and I know how she cares for these birds. And that means more to me than going to a grocery store and buying something that says organic on it when I don't even know how long they've been in the store. So I went looking for meat, and I came to a whole new understanding of egg production, which I had no idea. And so I'm going to go meet with her in person next week when I get back, and she's going to let me look around. She doesn't usually give tours. Anyway, so that story will continue. And I'm just so thankful that she, was willing to share with me. So it's just these different directions that things take you that I really appreciate. So that is my story for this go round.
Thank you, Sam. I'm really glad that you're having curiosity conversations with your hairdresser and every single person that you meet. It's wonderful that you have so much more to learn. You can be so much more informed and honest when you're getting information from everybody instead of having to prove that you know what's best. It's one of the gifts of
Right.
this course.